Hey guys, 85. You ready to roll? Ready or not? Mom's making you watch this horrible video, so you might as well just get used to it. Anyway, okay. Well, using cross products to solve proportions is the title today. Remember, proportions are just ratios that are equal, right? If somebody says, whatever, 1/2 is equal to, I don't know, 5/10. Is that true? Yeah, it's true. 5 is half of 10, 1 is half of 2. Boom, there you go. Now here's something weird. At some point, somebody went like this. It was kind of messing around, and I don't know. Let's do another one. How about 3/5 and I don't know. Let's go 12/20 or something like that. Okay. It's somebody at some point. I don't know how long ago. Who knows? Somebody went, look at this. Oh, this is funny. Hey, 1 times 10, that's equal to 10. Oh, wait a minute. Look, 2 times 5, that's also equal to 10. Let me see. Let me see if this is work. 3 times 20, that's 60. Whoa, look at this. 5 times wait, that's 62. Oh, wait a minute. This is interesting. If you have two, proportions that are exactly the same, it works every time. Look at this. If you do this times that, that's going to be the same as the. I've discovered a new math law or whatever, and there you go. And it is. And anytime you see two proportions, and you multiply like the bottom of one by the top of the other, in other words, the numerator by the denominator of the one across, it'll be exactly the same as the multiplication, the product of the numerator of the other one multiplied by the denominator of the other cross one. There you go. So we can actually figure out what missing numbers are by doing this little trick. So use cross products to determine whether 3/5 and 4/7 are equal. Well, let's figure it out. Is 3/5 equal to 4/7? Equal. I'll put a little question mark. Are they equal? I don't know. Well, let's find out. Well, 5 times 4 is 20. Is that equal to 3 times 7 is 21? No, not exactly. Okay, so these are not equal fractions. We can prove that. Because 20 is not equal to 21. That's it. We don't need to do anything else. We just know that those two fractions are not equal. Okay. All right. Do these two ratios form a proportion? Are they equal? Well, let's figure it out. The way we can figure this out is to multiply the numerator times the denominator of the other one and see if it's the same thing as the denominator times the numerator of the other one. Well, we all know 12 times 12, right? That's 144. Is this equal to 8 times 18? Well, 8 times 18. 8 times 8 is 64. 8 times 1 is 8 plus 6 is 14. Well, I'll be okay. So 8 over 12 is the same thing as 12 over 18. And in fact, if you were to knock down both of these fractions, reduce them, they would both be 2/3. 6 goes into 12 twice. It goes into 18 3 times. 4 goes into 8 twice, and 12 3 times as well. So yes, these are equal. There you go. We've just used cross products to solve the proportion, prove that they're equal. Okay, this is getting weird here. What's that M thing in there? Okay, in algebra that's called a variable. A variable, because letters like M and A and X can mean different things. Okay, based on the problem that they're in. Complete this proportion. In other words, we're trying to find out 6 to 9 is the same thing as 10 to whatever number that's going to be. Well, what we could do is we could say, okay, well, 9 times 10 is the same thing as 6 times M. All right? Well, 9 times 10 we know is 90. And 90 is the same thing as 6 times what number? That's what the M is for. We don't know the number. Well, all we need to do now is figure out, okay, well, 6 times what gives you 90? And of course, the answer is to divide 90 by 6. That's all we need to do. So we just go 6 into 90. 6 into 9 is 1. There's 3 left over. I'll put that here. 6 into 30 is 5. And there we go. We got it. M is 15. So in other words, 6 to 9 is the same thing as 10 to 15. You probably recognize if you were to break both of those down, reduce them, they would both be 2/3. There you go. That's all. That's all there is to cross products, solving proportions. There we go. Okay. Let's do a word problem. Use cross products to find the missing term in this proportion. 15 is to 21 as what number is to 70, okay? You go ahead and right now, first pause it and then write your fraction equals fraction and then unpause it. Okay, 15 is to 21 as what number, I'll just put it, I don't know, x, is to 70, okay? Now, how are we going to solve this? We're going to cross, what they call cross multiply, okay? So we're going to say 15 times 70, that's going to be 1,050 if you're to do the arithmetic, is equal to 21 times some number, 21 times x. And of course, what's the next step? Well, we just, divide 1,050 by 21. There you go, okay? And of course, Saxon will pick problems like this that have nice, clean integers as answers. So 21 goes into, let's just do 21 and do 1,050. 21 goes into 105, 5 times, of course, and then there's an extra 0, and the answer is 50. There you go, okay. So 15 is to 21, as 50 is to 70. By the way, very quickly, you should check to see if your answer is reasonable. Like in this proportion, this number is less than, the numerator is less than the denominator. Does that hold true here? Is the numerator less than the denominator? Yeah. So, I mean, that doesn't prove you're right. We are right. But at least it'll tell you, oh yeah, that's a reasonable answer. If you had like, oh, I got the answer 118. Well, that doesn't make any sense. The numerator on this is less than that. The fraction is less than 1. 118 divided by 70 is more than 1. So it wouldn't make sense. But anyway, we got it right. So we get it. Okay. All right. Well, let's try your practice problems. Go ahead and pause this and try A, B, C, D, and E. Come back when you're ready. Okay. Let's try A. No, this is not. Because 6 times 11 is 66, not the same thing as 9 times 7 is 63. B. Yes, it is. 6 times 12 is 72, so is 8 times 9. And if you were to knock down or reduce both of those fractions, they'd both be 3/4, so obviously 3/4 is equal to 3/4. Okay, C. Okay, we got 15. I think we just did the same one of that a minute ago. Okay, D. That's also 15. Okay, in other words, what you're doing in D, if you need to take a look, 12 times 20 is 240. That should be equal to 16 times something, the y. This is where I would go over here and go, okay, 16 into 240. Well, that goes 1 time, 8 and a 0, 16 goes into 80. And again, these will all be nice answers. It goes 5 times. There you go. Okay, E. 10 is to 15, as 30 is to 45. 10 is to 15, as 30 is to 40, some number, right? So you're going to go, okay, well, 15 times 30, that's 450. That equals 10 times some number. And of course, if you divide 450 by 10, you just knock off a 0. The answer is 45. And there you go. Okay. Do a good job of those today and see if you can start remembering a lot more of the newer problems that you've been doing recently. Have a great day in math. See you next time.